officially on day 4 of this whole project. We finished up the trailer yesterday, so we got the old tires put on and put the new tires on the flatbed. We got all the supplies ready. We just need to load them in, and then we can get the trailer moved out to the pasture. It's gonna be fun. well you're going to be able to hear with the wind. But got the trailer out here. There is quite a bit of forage. I don't know how well, I know some of it the goats won't eat, but there's still quite a bit out here that they will. So we're going to get the fencing set up and get the goats out here. And the wind today is just not letting up. We've got the mobile shelter out in the pasture and ready to go. Got the fence up in place. Now we just need to run water over there and we should be good to go. Alrighty, got water filled in here. Just set that on there. Made a little bit of a mess, just double checking. Valves open, filling. A little bit of a leak, but with as hard as our water is, that should seal up over time. Alright, let's step. Actually, I'm gonna hook this up real quick. Alright, got the fence hooked up, it's charging, and it's on. Now, I'm gonna jump out here, take a look, and see what this is showing on the hot side. So about 11,000 volts. So I'll hook that up here in a second and we'll see how it does with the fence on it. Here's where the water's coming out. And for right now, I'm just going to leave it here beside the trailer. And hopefully that'll protect it from the goats messing with the end of it, because they do tend to do that. It's not real level. Alright, so that should do them for water. I'm going to go finish standing up the fence, and then we can take a look and see what the load is on the Energizer. Alright, with the fence hot, looking about 4,000 volts there. So about 4,000 volts on it. There is a lot of vegetation. And honestly, I could probably have more ground rods in here. Alright, with that, we've got the fence hooked up and running, water's flowing. Fence isn't quite as hot as I would like, so I'm going to have to look into that. But for now, I think it'll work. So the next step's to go grab the herd and bring them out.
Unfortunately, this was about the time that the battery on my camera ran out. But, after a bit of wrangling and recruiting some extra helping hands, we were able to get the rest of the herd loaded onto the trailer and moved out to pasture.
Back out here with the herd. I'm going to do a quick test and see if I can help improve the charge on the fence and hopefully make it a little bit stronger. So my concern is that the ground is not good enough to get a good charge on the fence. So I'm going to add another ground rod and see if that makes any difference in it. This isn't the ideal way to do this, but I'm going to test this and see if it makes any difference, and if it does, I'll see if I can make the ground system just a little bit more robust. So with the additional ground rod, I'm not seeing much of a difference on the fence. Still pushing about 4,000 volts, which I'm not particularly concerned with the goats getting out as I am with varmints getting in. We do have a large coyote pressure, and I worry about the coyotes getting in here, but hopefully having Daisy out here will just be another level of deterrent against any of the varmints coming in and trying to get after the goats. Really can't describe just how excited we are to finally have the herd out on pasture. Granted, they've had access to pasture for probably the past couple months, but to have them finally back in a rotational setup and moving through is something we've really been looking forward to. And we've made it right on time. Okay, maybe not right on time. But thankfully we're here, and we're excited to see the impact both on the herd and their health, as well as the effect the herd has on the pasture. It's been a long few days, but we're excited to finally be out here. Thank you all for coming along. I hope to see you next time on Whack Ranch.